Hi there. My name's Dwayne Kavanagh. I'm a licensed mortgage agent with Mission 35 Mortgages. And today we're going to be talking about one of the most powerful ways that you can save money and pay off your mortgage faster. And that's by using your lender's prepayment privileges. So now, if you're like most homeowners, you probably have the dream of one day, getting that mortgage paid off as soon as possible and living mortgage free. But did you know that you can actually do that by using your prepayment options? And you could potentially save years off your mortgage and thousands of dollars in interest. Throughout the video, I'm going to be guiding you through different types of prepayment options that many lenders offer, like increasing your monthly payments by a percentage, or even annual prepayments, so a lump sum payment that you can pay down every single year. I'm also going to show you how you can compare these options within my app. So as you can see on the screen here, I am using my mortgage app. It's attached to my phone, so this is exactly what it would look like. Well, very, very similar to what it looked like if you download it. I have a couple more options than you do, but for all intents and purposes, what we're going to do is we're going to use this app to show you how you can potentially save thousands of dollars in interest by using your prepayment privileges and by saving years off your mortgage. So let's talk about the prepayment privileges at first. So you can do that by, if you go into my mortgage calculator here, scroll down to the bottom, and you see edit extra payments. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what those three options are. Okay, so on the screen here, what you're looking at on my app here are the three different options that the app provides, which most lenders will allow you to do. So one is increasing your monthly payment by a percentage. Some lenders are 10%, some are 15, some are even 20%. Some will allow you to do one-time prepayments, so taking your monthly payment and doubling up. Some call that double up payments. So all lenders are different. They're not all they don't all offer the same things. But the two that most will offer is increasing your monthly payment as a percentage and then doing your annual prepayment as a percentage. So you'll see, if you look at your mortgage contract, you'll be able to see whether it's 10% or 15% or even 20% that the lender allows you to do. So let's look at how this works by going through an actual scenario. So I'm just going to back out here so you can review it. So in this scenario here, this is typical of what I see from a lot of my clients. Is you've got a mortgage amount of 500,000, especially if you're a first-time home buyer with less than 20% down, then you probably have a 25-year amortization. Right now, interest rates for this type of products in about 4.29%. And so your monthly payment here is going to be $2,709.29. So if you look at the bottom here, you can see based on this term, the total principal amount that's going to be paid if you make all those payments is $62,558. And in interest is going to be $99,998. So the total amount paid over this term is going to be $162,558 of both principal and interest. So what are we trying to do here? So our goal is to pay off our mortgage faster and pay less interest. And how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to use the three tools, or in this case, we're going to look at two, and that's our prepayment privileges. So let's just jump right into the first one. Okay. And that is, let's say you want to, your lender gives you the ability to increase your monthly payment by 15%. Okay, so our monthly payment right now is $2,709.29. So what I can do here is I can go into edit extra payments, okay? And you can see this blue line here, this blue line here, if I roll my finger, which is kind of a neat tool, it shows you how much, what my balance is going to be at every year during the term, and then when it's going to be paid off. And this is important as we go through, because I want to show you the difference the difference it's going to make once you start using some of these tools. So the first one we're going to do is we're going to increase the monthly payment, and easily enough, I'm just going to say 15%. So as you can see here, let's hit done. You can see we've increased the monthly payment by $406.39. And what does that actually mean? So if we look at the bottom here, so our new monthly payment now is, instead of $2,709, our new monthly payment is going to be $3,115.68. But what's the difference? Well, this $406.39, that increase in payment is going directly towards principal. Okay, as you can see from the top here, this gives you your term interest savings. So you have your amortization, which is 25 years, but the actual term is 5 years. So during this term, I'm going to save $2,733. I'm also going to save 5 years and 2 months off the total 25-year amortization, which means now I'm going to have, instead of a 25-year amortization, my effective amortization after making these extra payments is going to be 19 years and 10 months. So that's pretty cool, right? So now 5 years early, your mortgage is paid off just by adding an extra $406 to your monthly payments, okay, and paying down principal. So if we scroll down here and we look at our nifty little graph, we can see the blue line is the 25 years, and now you can see the yellow line or orange line here is with those extra payments, it's going to be paid off 20 years sooner. Okay, now what happens? A lot of people want to know, well, what happens if I actually use the increase in monthly payment, but also use another option, and that is the annual prepayment. Okay, so now we're going to take advantage of one extra additional option here, and that is making an annual additional payment on your anniversary date of 10%. And in this case, your first payment is going to be $50,000. What does that actually mean? It means the lender is giving you the ability to put a lump sum payment down directly on principal, which means that's less principal that you're going to pay interest on, right? So if we did that, if we went into increasing our annual payment by $50,000 each year, now what happens? Now you can see this is where the magic really happens. Let's go down, before I get into the details, let's go down and just look at the graph. What a huge difference here you can see now is instead of 25 years, I'm going to be my effective amortization is going to be paying off my mortgage in 7 years. So there's some huge savings here. So just over that term, if you did it this term, you're going to save 25,000, just over 25,000 in interest. But you're basically shaving off 18 years, right? So 18 years off of the 25-year term. And then the total interest savings, if you did this strategy, would be over 231,000, just over 231,000. So that's pretty substantial. Now, not everyone's got 50 grand, right, that they can put into their mortgage every single year. But what if you just put in 10 grand? Okay, so let's have a look. So you can go into my app here. That's how easy you can do this. And you can see, wow, what a huge difference. So you went from 25 years to paying it off in just over 14 years. In this term alone, you're going to save $7,261 in interest. And then over the full, until your mortgage is paid off, the total interest savings is going to be about $144,000. So pretty substantial by just taking advantage of some of the tools. So hopefully you found that very helpful. What I want to do now is just quickly talk about how you can do this on your own. Okay, so how to do that? If you go to downloading my app, so when you download my app, you're going to see you have lots of options in here. I'm not going to go through all of them right now. You can start a mortgage application. You can get pre-qualified within 90 seconds, very fast. You've got the purchase calculator and you have the mortgage calculator. Okay, so the mortgage calculator, pretty straightforward. You just open up the mortgage calculator. Up here, you enter in your amount. So let's say your amount was $600,000. You enter in your interest rate. Let's say your interest rate was 4.99. You can enter that there. Your amortization is 30 years. You can enter that. So you can make changes on all of that stuff here. And then once you've added in your basic information, then you just go down to edit extra payments, click on that, and here I can reset that and I can look at all the different options by making changes right here. So pretty straightforward. How do you get my app? Well, all you have to do, and I'll just get rid of that on the screen there, is go to my website. So my website is kavanaghmortgages.ca. And at the top of the website, like all websites, you're going to have a banner, but right at the top, you're going to see download my mortgage app. You can do that by doing that through the App Store or Google Play. And again, lots of features on there for you to review your mortgage options. I also have interest rates on there, so you can check for most of my lenders what the current interest rates are. So some pretty good features. So hopefully you found this extremely helpful. And if you do have any questions about your mortgage options, then please reach out. My contact information is in the post. And bye for now.